Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is VGY. It's a pleasure to see you all today. Thank you so much for clicking, as always. Today we're going to be doing the Jax Shao cameo synergy guide, as you can see. Now this is a team I've been excited to do. Lots and lots and lots of synergy incoming, so I hope you guys enjoy this. And it's my two boys, you know? How could I hate this? And it's 1250 H. Oh no, sorry, 1250? I'm on crack. 1200 HP, which in this game, huge. Massive, humongous, if you will. So I'm looking forward to this one. Hope you guys enjoy what's coming. Before I start, as always, thank you so much for the support on the last video. Massive support. Yeah, you guys are crazy as always. I'm saying as always too many times, but you guys are the best. And you know that, so thank you once again. And also, UFA goal, we're getting close now. If you'd like to donate, links are in the description in the pinned comment. You know the drill. You don't have to donate, but it would be nice if you did. Anyway, sit back, relax, prepare yourselves for the sauce, and I'll see you guys in the lab. Jax Shao cameo guide. Let's do this. All right, guys, welcome. We're here, and prepare yourselves. Also, can we just take a minute to appreciate how baller the new Sub-Zero skin is? Look at that. Absolutely incredible. Love the skin. Pity that Sub-Zero is in the state he's in, but to be honest, actually, it's not a pity because he deserves it. Anyway, let's begin. Firstly, as you can see, 1200 HP. Big HP, boys, off the rip. So that's a reason to pick it in itself. You actually have so much health that you don't have to worry about some stuff. It's pretty cool. Now, what we're getting with Jax, what does he offer? First off, you got back cameo, which is your close air grab. And you've got forward cameo, which is your far air grab. Now this is just mainly a combo tool, can make, you know, combos like this possible, for example. Obviously makes, for example, if you're like here, you can do stuff like this, get the axe back. It's basically just an infinite source of swag. But as well as being a combo extension tool, you can also use this with something very cheeky. Now, you guys have probably seen me talk about comboing off of this move right here. Axe recall down forward 1 when it's on the ground in front of you. Now you can do this into Jax, but you have to be very close. But it does work outside of the corner, as you can see. Now it's tight, the timing. So essentially how you time this is the second Shao's foot hits the floor, cameo. Right? Now I mistimed it there, but you'll see, second it hits the floor, there you go, there it is. And you keep that's the timing. It's consistent, it works every time. And you obviously get a combo below, which is huge. You can also do this off of a read, for example, if you have an armored read and like they block a 50-50 of yours, you can plink like this, but it's way harder to do this, right? You can pre-call Jax and then do that, right? So for example, let's say I put Sub-Zero to block all, right? Block all, right? And he blocks my down 4, right? Like this. I can insta-call Jax, and that will work on hit, right? So let's just say, pretend, like, I'll whiff the down 4 for the sake of practice here. Let's just whiff down 4. And you can get the timing down to where, obviously it's harder to lab this, because he's not a human opponent. But like that will work if you time that correctly, which is really nice. So you get an armored counter poke that's plus and launches with Jax. But the main thing about this is that you get, for example, if you have a situation where they're next to the axe, you can like do stuff like this, right? Which is really nice. So that's really cool. Gotcha grab, it's just a beast combo extender. It allows you to do really juiced corner combos as well. So for example, if you get like a standard 2-2 confirm, you're looking at what? Let's have a look. If you want to get no axe, you're looking for 34, right? Into Oki, of course. That's the main point. That's why you're sacrificing the damage for the command grab. But if you do this with Jax's gotcha grab, however, you're getting 44, which is a whole 10% more than you would have gotten, you know, like. And if you want to keep no axe, for example, you can go for something like that, and that does 43. So it's pretty damn good. Gotcha Grab, it's one of the most versatile combo extenders in the game, if not the most. Also helps you extend off of down twos, which is really cool. Your back two combos are obviously enhanced by this too. Like so. You can go for some swag here. It's basically, you're going to get 40 every touch with Jax because of Gotcha Grab, which is really good. And Shao benefits from this greatly because in addition to having the 1200 health, he also hits like a truck. So if he's hitting you for 50 and you're hitting him for 50, it's hurting you more than it's hurting him because you've got that extra 20% health, you know? So it's really good in that regard. Now we've got the down cameo, which is Energy Wave. Now this, I think, is the best move that Jax has. And people may be like, what about ground pound VGY and all the setups? That stuff's gone now. So that you're not going to be seeing any of that anymore because the low block stuff for ground pound is like universal for the hit reaction now. So it will always just not launch you, which is great. Needed change, honestly. But the down Energy Wave, I'll put my cameo bar on normal for a second so that you guys can see how fast this comes back. Look at the recharge on that. Seeing that? Insanely fast. Insanely fast. Now, you might be asking, why do you think this is such a good move? Well, I'll tell you. Forward 1-2 into Jax. Jails. You cannot armor this. You cannot mash out of this. This jails. This is a true block string. So, when you're doing stuff like this, which is not a true block string, you can armor this, but it's very hard to armor, right? You can't up block this, mind you. You have to armor that gap. You can mix in Jax here to keep yourself -3 on block, and obviously mid-screen, the pushback that this provides, you're back at neutral, which is exactly where you want to play with Shao, right? Exactly where you want to play with Shao. So you can just rinse this, some decent chip on block. You can obviously do this off of other things as well, but they don't jail. Like this doesn't jail, this doesn't jail, this doesn't jail, this doesn't jail. But it's always an option there, so they're going to have to be ready to armor that, right? This also jails. Mind you. So forward 4, Jax. Forward 1-2, Jax. Both jail. Which is very good. And it allows you to kind of just do something that Shao doesn't normally get to do, which is safely get in, apply some sort of pressure with a button or with a situation, whether it be trying to get into axe or axeless. But he has the option of Jax to fill in here, because realistically he'd be doing this right. I'm -2, no pushback. Johnny down 1's gonna get me here. This, nothing can happen to me. Nothing. I'm back at neutral, and the recharge rate of this is so fast that you can literally spam this. Like, you can spam it as much as you want, and it's fine. Right, which is really nice. And in addition to that, in the corner, we take ourselves to the corner here, and we get sub to not block. You get a combo. You can down 1 this if you're fast enough. If I'm not whacked. Oh my goodness. There you go. And it's some pretty damn good damage as well, which you can obviously extend with Jax to get 40 off of a safe -3 situation. And obviously if they can like not they can not get hit by the first 2 hits and it still does damage. So for example, if I do this, I don't know how I'm going to get that to work. But for example, like that right there, right, that interaction. If he gets hit by the last bit, so let's just say he gets hit by Energy Wave by itself, that'll give you an accurate portrayal of the damage that you're looking at. If I can hit it. Does that work? I just wanted to try that, see if it works. The timing's a bit weird because obviously it's a summon cameo, so it can be a bit weird, the timing, but like you're looking at that kind of damage, which is really, really strong. Whether you want to end in knee or command grab's up to you, obviously. I'd personally end in command grab because normally you're going to lose axe by the time this is finished. But if you put axe down, of course, because you can just go into this if you want to get the damage and then keep the pressure on. But yeah, it's just strong. It's really good. Energy Wave, my favorite move with Jax, honestly. You get a safe mid confirm as well. In the corner. %, never bad. Safe, meterless, standing 2 confirm as well. I wish standing 2 worked here. It'd be really nice if it did. It'd be really nice if it did, but unfortunately we just get down 1. But that's fine, because it gives you safety, which is something that Shao lacks. So there's Energy Wave, there's down cam, yeah. Now, the Ground Pound, the infamous. Not as good as it once was. As you can see, it's an ambush, so I can, you know, do whatever I want while I do this. Now, if it hits me, it does 2 damage. If it hits sub, it does 50, as you can see. He has 1,000 health. He loses 5% every time this hits. 5. Now, the main use I have found for this, since it's nerf, is just guaranteeing damage. So, for example, if you do... This is a traditional setup if I get him to block, right? If I do this. There's obviously a gap here that he can armor. He can up block. He can do whatever he wants. However, if I call Jax in here, this is guaranteed damage. He can't avoid this. And if he armors, he'll hit me, but then get hit by Jax, right? This is guaranteed. So what you do is you do forward 1, full cameo. That's all guaranteed. There's nothing you can do here. The only way he gets out is if he's Johnny, but even then, Jax will still ground pound him. Like, he'll get out of the block string, but the block stun of the overhead is so severe that this is guaranteed. So if someone has, let's see how much damage this does. So if look how much damage. So right, that's what? 50 and then 40? So that's almost 10% guaranteed. Because you block. And you can obviously make this even harder if you do something like a knee at the end of this, right? So this is true block string. Completely true block string. You cannot do anything about this. Yeah, you can't armor here, which is why a lot of people will get hit by this knee. If you have like Striker, for example, and you do Striker nades, they'll just get hit by this knee and you'll get a launch because they're used to like up blocking or letting go of block to armor when you do the axe slam, right? Because that's what you normally do after that string. Because this string's unsafe, right? Don't know why, because it doesn't launch. It's just unsafe because Netherrealm. But that's that. You can also obviously do Energy Wave into this as well, but I do not believe that this jails. I will double check, but I don't think it does. Yeah, it doesn't jail, I thought not. So yeah, that doesn't jail. But if you do knee, that does jail. But then you can start implementing stuff like this, which jails. There's no way out of that one. Like, no way. They will get hit by the ground pound. Like, I'm pretty sure you can't armor this. And if you can, you're still taking the damage. Let's double check. I did that wrong because I'm bad. Let's have a look, see if we can get out of this. See that? See though? He took the damage. I still took the damage. So if he has 10% health left, he is dead. And there is nothing he can do about this. Nothing. He is simply dead. Because obviously if you don't have the health to armor to absorb the hit, you're going to eat it anyway. So no matter what happens, you are taking the damage. I will also show you just for science the way the overhead axe pound one works. Or axe slam one. That one's even worse, if you saw. Because you take the damage of axe slam if you do this, right? And ground pound. You take both of them. That did 15%. You take both. You can't escape. Like, you have to take more than Shao takes here. And again, he has 1200 health. So no matter what happens here, you have to take the damage. Which is amazing because it guarantees, like, that's a throws amount of damage. A Sonya grab. More than a Sonya grab. 15%? Albeit you might not get the best Oki because you're getting hit, but they are also guaranteed to take damage. That's, well, I know I've said the word guaranteed about 50 times, but I can't stress enough how strong that is. guaranteed 10 to 15% every time you press forward 1 is extremely strong. And you can obviously get cheeky. For example, you can like pre-call jacks and do this, which is also guaranteed, but it's so easy to time off a forward 1. Like the string does it for you, right? And if they armor, they're taking 15%. To my... And by the way, that was sub slide as a reversal, which not every reversal is going to achieve the same prominence as Shao, sub slide, because sub slide goes through you, right? Goes through you and hits jacks. Fair enough. But like Johnny Shadow Kick, that's going to stop when it hits Shao. So Jax will be safe. He will not take the damage. And yeah, whatever. I won't take that little bit extra damage. But there's so many reversals in the game. Like even Astra reversal. Yeah, she'll go through this. But she's going to eat all of the damage. No matter what happens, she's eating all of it. So it's like, it's really strong for that reason. You've always got Jax in the back pocket to help you. So that's ground pound. I think that's the main use of it since the nerf. You did have some kind of weird setups with it before where you could like do this and then jump because it was guaranteed. Like this is guaranteed. They can't jump here. If I like record Shao doing this and hold up. Yeah, I can't move. Like this is guaranteed. There's nothing I can do. Like that's guaranteed. Again, a nice way to go for the overhead, but would I use half my cameo meter on this? I don't think so. Like, it's just not worth it. Like, you can't do much else with this. And there's no way you can combo into it now. Because of the ground pounder. Like, there's no way you can combo into it. So even if I do a perfectly timed EX and E, nothing. So, I guess it's guaranteed damage. Like that, for example, is good, right? That makes your overhead do 19, which is pretty cool. And with buff, you get a 22% overhead. And the thing is, if they block here, there's no way they hit Jax. It's impossible. Because you're taking the hit, right? And if that hits, 19% overhead. Pretty gnarly, isn't it? 22% overhead. Mental. But yeah, that's ground pound. Ground pound to ground pound. It's a really strong move. Use it. But don't be using it for the stuff that you would have before the patch. And lastly, but by no means least, the one thing about Jax that I think is good for every character that uses him is his grab. Now, obviously, 11% standard cameo grab, but there's a reason that this is just 11%. You can amplify it. Now you can amp it once to get 16 for a bar. Unbreakable. No matter what happens, unbreakable. Okay? So if your opponent has 21% left, because obviously you can amp this twice, they're dead from a grab. Which means a back throw is free here. Free ass back throw. They're never taking back here. And you can make it do a tad more if you do ground pound. It will hurt you, but it will do 5 more damage, which is quite nice. But in a situation where, for example, let's say you're obviously doing your pressure and you're in Axis. They're getting up into you here, right? They have to guess between overhead, they have to guess between low, and they have to guess between command grab, armored command grab, mind you, which is really damn good. Normal command grab, obviously, does a chunk. But then, on top of that, you've got regular grab. Which nobody is going to be prepared to tech when you're in Axlis, because you have so much to look for. It's kind of like the Kotal Kahn effect from MK11. You're never going to tech a normal grab from him, because you're always going to be fearful of command grab. You're never ready to tech. So for that reason, that is extremely, extremely strong. So make sure you're abusing that when you can. It does cost 2 bars, but it's 2 bars of unbreakable throw damage, and you keep pressure, right? So that sequence right there just did a combo's worth of damage because he didn't block on Wake Up. Use it the same way you'd use a Cyrax 2 bar, but it's unbreakable, right? So if you, for example, both have 30% and you grab him, spend it. It's not going to kill, but they have 9% left. So use it, abuse it. It's really, really strong. But that is going to be the end of the Jax Cameo Synergy Guide, guys. It's been a bit of a longer one, but like I said, these two have some infinite infinite synergy, and I can't wait to see what you guys do with it, especially with the inescapable ground pound setups that do 10 to 15%. It's pretty damn good, isn't it? But with that being said, I'll see you guys in the outro.